Sorry I'm late.
Did you forget to set your alarm clock?
Hello everybody and welcome back to My Nerdy Home. My name is Stephanie. Thank you so much for watching this video. So it looks like everyone is going a little bit nuts over a couple of quotes from Matt Reeves regarding the Batman film. A few days ago I did see an article from Cosmic Book News regarding the Batman that, quote, fueled speculation that many fans thought that Robert Pattinson's Batman would be woke, considering the fact that Matt Reeves said that his flick will have a humanist bent to it. Now, the reason this article kind of went the woke route, the Cosmic Book News article, was because previously the director behind the Captain Marvel movie also described their film as humanist. And then a couple of days later, Bounding Into Comics put out an article that said director Matt Reeves says the Batman film will have a humanist bent like his other films. If we look a little bit closer to this article, it starts out by saying Matt Reeves spoke on his vision for the Caped Crusader and Gotham City now that he has free time to do so. Of course, we all kind of have free time right now. He was speaking with the Nerdist at the time, and he explained that he pitched his Batman movie the way that he pitched all of his other films, most notably Let Me In and the Planet of the Apes series, where he tries to find a sort of humanist angle. He said, quote, "I'm going to pitch the version of Batman that I would do, which is going to have a humanist bent, and who knows if they'll have any interest." Now, the article goes on to say that it's unclear what Reeves means here about the film having a humanist bent. The word humanist can have multiple definitions. The first being that humanism is a progressive philosophy of life that, without theism or other supernatural beliefs, affirms our ability and responsibility to lead ethical lives of personal fulfillment that aspire to the greater good. Their tagline is "good without a god," and that is from the American Humanist Association. There's also Renaissance humanism, which is the study of classical antiquity and was a program to revive the cultural legacy of classical antiquity. It was predominantly centered in Italy in cities such as Florence, Naples, and Rome. This humanism included members such as Pope Pius II, Sixtus IV, and Leo X, and had a focus on understanding and translating early Christian texts. And then Karl Marx also described communism as naturalized humanism. He stated, "Humanism is the denial of God and the total affirmation of man. Humanism is nothing else but Marxism. Communism is naturalized humanism." So basically, if the Batman movie is set in the current modern day, people are afraid that they're going to go with the more progressive humanist route, which is advocating progressive values and equality for humanists, atheists, and free thinkers. And that's basically why people are afraid that the Batman movie is going to go woke, is because if he's describing his movie as humanist, then they're going with the more progressive approach. So they're basically reading a whole lot into his quote. He goes on to say, "If they don't, then I won't do it, and that'll be okay. I was really lucky that they said yes. It's not even like that's an approach I take. Like, it's some kind of idea of, wouldn't it be great? It's sort of the only thing that allows me to understand how to do it. I can only understand where the camera goes and how to talk about the story, how to write the story, how to talk to the actors, if I understand emotionally what it is I have to do. Otherwise, I'd be lost." As for the characters, Reeves detailed what drew him to explore the brokenness of Bruce Wayne. Wanting to avoid an origin tale, Reeves was intrigued by the struggles that form Bruce as well as his unconscious shadow self. "I wanted to do not an origin tale, but a tale that would still acknowledge his origins in that it formed who he is. Like this guy. He's majorly struggling, and this is how he's trying to rise above that struggle. But that doesn't mean that he's even fully understands, you know? It's the whole idea of the shadow self and what's driving you, and how much of that you can incorporate, and how much of it you're doing that you're unaware of." Reeves then tied back to his interest in emotions and went into how he is going to use that to say something about corruption, a topic he thinks is more relevant than ever. There's something in there that feels very psychological, very emotional, and it felt like there was a way of exploring that along with the corruption in this place, Gotham, that feels very current. I think it always does. There's almost no time when you can't do a story about corruption, but today it still seems incredibly resonant, and maybe, from my perspective, maybe more so than maybe at other times. Then it goes on to say that right now, currently, the Batman is shut down due to the coronavirus pandemic. It has been shut down. So what do I think about this article? Do I think that the Batman will be woke? From all the leaks that I've read so far, honestly, I don't want to jump the gun and say that, you know, the Batman movie is going to be woke. Now, do I have a little bit of bias in that I am really rooting for this film? Hell yeah. I want this film to do good. I want DC to get back on their horse and push on with some amazing Batman characters and Batman villains. I want this to be another trilogy of movies. I'm such a huge fan of Batman and DC that I'm rooting for this movie to be amazing. Does this give me pause? Does this make me a little bit skeptical of the film? Considering all of the leaks that I've read, knowing that they did race swap Catwoman, but that's not a huge deal. They did race swap Catwoman before. If you guys remember of the movie that we don't speak of with Halle Berry, they have done that before, so that's really not anything new. They did also race swap Jim Gordon by casting Jeffrey Wright in the role. Is that a huge deal to me? Absolutely not. That is not a huge deal to me. I know that in the comics, you know, he has always been an older white gentleman. So those two castings, along with this explanation from Matt Reeves, has people worried about this new movie being a little bit woke because he's calling it humanist. However, I honestly don't think that that's where he is coming from. I think that he is making a movie that is going to be focusing on the more emotional side of Bruce Wayne, because this Bruce Wayne is going to be an up-and-coming Batman. He's still brand new, and if you've seen any of my leaks videos or live streams that I've been sharing on my channel regarding any and all news from the Batman film, then you would know that this Batman is a very young Batman. He is brand new. He is only in his, I believe, second or third year as the Batman, and he is taking on the mob in Gotham, which is where Reeves is coming from when he says that we're going to be dealing with the issue of corruption in the Batman movie, because we're going to be dealing with the Falcone family. We are going to be dealing with a DA. All of the leaked images that we've seen come from this film. I have no issues with this film so far. Everything that I've seen, everything that I've read, other than this article, other than people possibly taking some things out of context, really doesn't give me pause. There has been another article saying that, you know, the Batman is set in present day. That was in the leaks. It's nothing new, which is why I didn't do a video on it. I already knew that the Batman was going to be set in present day. I've seen a lot of people comment on these two articles specifically, so I wanted to do a video on them, go back to everything that I've read so far and everything that I've seen so far come from the set of the new movie. And so far, everything that I've read and tying it into everything that Matt Reeves has said without giving away too much during the interview, I can see where he's coming from in saying that this new movie has like a humanist bent to it. It's going to be very emotional. You know, the journey that Bruce is going to be going on is going to be more of an emotional journey. It's going to be driven by vengeance, and it could take a toll on him mentally because he is a young Batman in this movie. So he's going to have a lot of struggles, and I really think that that's where Matt Reeves is coming from. He's not necessarily saying that, oh yeah, this movie is totally going to be woke and progressive. You can already see that we've race swapped some characters. I don't think that that's where he's coming from. I think that he's speaking primarily on the emotional side of the film. Honestly, from all of the leaks that have come out, I really think he's just taking the storyline with the Falcone and trying to relate it to the present day. I really think that people are reading way too much into it. Before we get all up in arms, we just need to wait. We need to wait a little bit longer. Filming has shut down right now. I haven't seen anything leak from the Batman movie in weeks. So I get where people are coming from when they read these two articles and they think that, oh my gosh, this movie is gonna flop, it's gonna go woke. However, I could totally be wrong here, and he could be saying exactly what he means as well. This movie could totally go woke, and you can guarantee you that if this movie does go woke, I will be here to tell you that this movie fucking sucks, because I fucking love Batman, and if they ruin Batman, that's it. That is it. I am done with DC if they ruin Batman. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you this little tiny tidbit update on the Batman film. Have you guys read this article? What do you guys think? Do you think that the movie will go woke, or do you think that these comments from the director are being taken out of context? Let me know in those comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please come and say hi on Instagram and Twitter. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and feel free to share it around if you like. Also, I hope you consider subscribing and let me know in those comments down below what kind of video you'd like to see in the future. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.